Different day, different location, different competition, different team. And of course, same results as last weekend, same scoreline as last weekend. Let's face it, this is going to be the fate for many teams that are going to be playing the mighty Arsenal this season. There's just no way around it. Unfortunately, this happened to be Coventry today. And I tell you what, for a team that is coming back up to the league, to the Premier League after what, almost missing 25 years, 24, 25 years, I don't think Arsenal was one of the teams that they had on the list to play for the first game under the lights where everybody's watching. First game on a Friday, Arsenal. We already know how this was gonna be. Everybody's gonna be watching, right? Guys, welcome back to Sound of Football. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and like the video as well. Let me know down in the comment if you enjoyed the game. It was a good game, right? So let's break it down. There are a couple of things we need to talk about. A couple of players, of course. It's supposed to be just a quick reaction for this game. But guys, if you enjoyed the game, once again, please subscribe and like the video as well. Guys, Arsenal. This was what we were expecting today. 3-0, 4-0. I didn't even do a preview for this game because I was busy yesterday making trying to upload my prediction video for the season. And you know, and I didn't think it was actually worth it for me to make a video for this game because I just felt like it was just gonna be an easy win, and of course it was. Arsenal didn't even break a sweat. Unfortunately, it's Coventry. Quick, I will talk about Coventry real quick before I get into Arsenal because there are a lot of good things about us, about the way we played, about the players. But for Coventry, this was just it's a different league. They won the championship last season, so of course coming to the league, it's just a different bread. It's just a different competition, different the levels. For a lot of times we say, oh, the championship, it's almost as it's good. Compare you can compare it to the Premier League. Sometimes you just can't. You just can't. I mean, Coventry have signed 14, 12, 13, 14 players. Lampard, they did really, they did what they could. A lot of teams are gonna be just like Coventry this year playing Arsenal. You're just not gonna have too many chances. Okay, they had one shot the entire game. So, but it's Coventry, and it's good. Like I said, it's gonna be the fit for many teams. I don't care who we're gonna play this season. A lot of teams are gonna struggle to get any chance at all against us because the way we look, it's gonna be peak for most of this team. So Coventry, they did the best they could. Lampard said his team was really well, but the levels, the class, it's just not there. Some of these players like Sims, they did everything they could, but they just couldn't. So I'm sure they're gonna get a bunch of other games this season where they're gonna have a real chance. But teams like us, they did the best they could. I'm surprised it's just even 3-0 because we could have scored 5, 6 goals against them, but they did really well, especially the second half. So that's that with Coventry. I think they're gonna do well, but they just, like I said yesterday, they're gonna struggle in most of these games just because of the level. The class is just different, right? That's that on Coventry. Now let's talk about us, okay? Arsenal. Guys, it's no surprise. Everybody knew Arsenal was gonna win this game, except you really, really out of your mind or something like that. But everybody had Arsenal checked in for this game, and it just turns out to be like that. 3-0. I just felt like the score line just didn't really say what the game was all about. We could have scored 4 or 5 goals, but we were not able to. But again, 3-0. It's a good win. 3 points on the board. It's a lot of pressure. I hate playing um, games on Fridays, because you most likely going to be the only team playing on that day, and everybody's going to be watching. That pressure builds up. I remember when we played Brentford a couple of seasons ago. It was really, really difficult when Brentford came up, and the first team they had to play was us, and we were not there. We had defenders that were not just at the level, So we got beat three. We got bullied. We got bullied. I was also Mikel Arteta was there. I think that was his first game after the season. He came in on December, and then the following season that was his first Premier League game. And it was like a Friday night, and we got bullied. I think it was 3-0, and everybody thought, oh, Arsenal was finished, and we actually lost 3 games before we had our first win, and that was against Norwich, the same thing that Christian Zolis was playing for. So, but Friday games, I hate it. I really do. I'm not gonna lie to you, but again, this kind of game today, it's perfect. Not too much, not the competition is not that high, to be honest. It was a good win. A couple of players we can talk about. One of the standout for me Personally, it's Miles Skelly. I know the highlight is usually right now on Christozolis, and we're going to talk about Christozolis as well. Just for Miles Skelly, the level that this kid is playing at 19. If you haven't seen some of my videos, I've talked about him. I was really furious when they started linking him with Chelsea and Man United. I was so furious. I was so upset. I made a video about it just to let people know that there is no way, except somebody bringing crazy amount of money, 120 million, 150 million pounds, that you want to come and get Miles to scale from us. His ability on the ball in tight spaces. Go watch that game. One of the most difficult thing to do as a center midfielder, as a defensive midfielder, is to keep the game ticking. And most of his passes going forward. Passes forward. He's playing forward. He's keeping the game. He made Declan Rice in that midfield today. Easy. Easy game. They made it look so easy. Of course, they are not easy team in the league, but again, his level is unbelievable, man. I do not know how he was not able to go to the World Cup, but again, he was really good today. He kept the ball moving. His passes, he's trying to find those passes. He tried to do the same pass he did last weekend against Man City to Calafiori today again, but it didn't come off. Calafiori was a little slow on the run. But again, those kind of passes are going to break teams down. All these teams that are going to be sitting behind the ball, 12-man, 11-man behind the ball, that's just not going to happen today. Another level. We didn't have Bruno Guimaraes today. He was missing. He got, of course, they said he got some tightness on his groin, so he was missing, but we didn't miss him. That just tells you the level, the depth that we have. It was really straightforward for us today. So Miles Skelly had an astounding game today. Also, of course, we can talk about Christozolis. I don't know how he's not a man of the match, Christozolis. He had a really, really good game. Really, he's involved. He's pretty much involved in all the goals except the third goal. But for the first two goals, he's so involved in everything. His hard work, his work rate, his passing ability. He's so direct. He's so direct. I think that's one of the reasons why I felt like when we were linked to him from close, I was so happy. When we looked at him and I made a video about him saying that we cannot wait to have this guy in our team. I cannot wait to have him in my team because I felt like, it's an upgrade on Trossard. Trossard is a legend. We love Trossard, but Christozolis is an upgrade. His ability to find the passes, his ability to be so direct, keep it. Of course, this is Coventry, right? The levels are going to be different when we're going to play Aston Villa next weekend. But if this is what he's going to be doing, just making defender honest. Like, you have to defend him. You don't know which way he's going to go. He's going to go left or right. It doesn't matter. He's going to cross the ball in every opportunity he gets. He's running with the ball. First goal, he put pressure on the fullback. The ball went over the top. He got there. He put pressure on the fullback. Him and Calafiori just right there. Right? He turned the ball over. Calafiori just passed the ball in, and guess who is there? Kai Havertz just placed the ball in. Kai Havertz was not even having a good game before that happened. But again, Kai Havertz knows where to be. He knows he's surrounded. He knows where the goal is. He just placed the ball in. 1-0. And who was part of that? Christozolis. So good. It's going to be so much of a help where there's not going to be so much pressure on Bukayo Saka, which that allows Bukayo Saka to be who he is. Because we already know Bukayo Saka usually get, 2-3 people marking him. We'll play like Christozolis on the other side, and hopefully we'll bring in another dynamic winger. I think it's peak for most teams, to be honest. You cannot defend Christozolis. The way he plays, these crosses come out so fast, you don't even know what to do. He's involved in the second goal again as well. Pressure. So much pressure. Build-up play. Crossing the ball. One time the goalkeeper saved the ball, hit the ball out, and then who was there to place it in? Bukayo Saka. And for me, if you go and watch my prediction video, I already said that Bukayo Saka is going to be player of the season for the entire league. If he stays fit, if we can have Bukayo Saka stay fit, like we used to have him a couple of seasons ago, this man is going to score 14, 15 goals and 15 assists. He is going to be the player of the season for me. And of course, who did I say? If you haven't, again, go watch my video. Who is going to be the signing of the season for me? It's going to be Christozolis. I think a lot of teams are not ready for his kind of play, right? Because he's quick, he's physical, he can take set pieces, he can go in inside right foot, left side, it doesn't matter. Left, right, it doesn't matter. He crosses the ball so fast. As a defender, you're going to have to be honest. You're going to have to get on him quickly. Otherwise, he's going to find players. And guess who's going to be benefiting from those? Kai Havertz, Victor Gyökeres, Martin Odegaard, Declan Rice. So many ways they're going to be laying the ball back from the byline. Instead of just crossing it, they're just going to drop it right back. And for those guys that are going to be on the edge of the box, Martin Odegaard, he's going to get goals this season. I guarantee you. He's going to be one of the best. If he stays fit, again, that's another player we have to get fit. If Martin Odegaard stays fit, guys, he's going to score goals. He's going to be so much involved this season that, more than the way he was last season. So I'm really happy about Chris Gonzalez. Everybody's calling him. Everybody's talking his praise. I was one of the first fans that was so happy we were linked to him because I saw him in Champions League, the kind of pressure he was putting on Atletico Madrid. And for me, as soon as we were linked to him, I was happy because he's going to be important. Important. Even if we bring in another left winger, he's going to be there. Ateta already like him. He's hardworking, right? I'm happy about that. Third goal, Martin Odegaard, our captain. For me, this year, this is the year where Martin Odegaard really get back to 2 seasons ago, the form he was in 2 seasons ago, where he banged in 15 goals and 14 assists, something like that, 2004. It was 2 seasons, so 2004 and 5. So 2003 and 4. He was electric, scoring 14, 15 goals from the midfield. Only Mark Letizia has done that. So he's really, really good. So it's injury. For a lot of people that will say, oh, Martin Odegaard is finished. I think for me, he has not been right. For this past 2 seasons, his injuries, physically, he was not there. But if you look at him now, physically, he looks like he's physical now. When I saw him playing in the World Cup, I was excited because that's the kind of Martin Odegaard we wanted. Watching him play for Norway, controlling the entire game, everything goes through Martin Odegaard. And that's what it is. When he's fit, I think everything goes through him. You can't pick him up. You cannot pick Martin Odegaard up when he's on his game. Him staying fit is going to be so crucial to us basically walking away with this league because he's dynamic, man. His ability to just run past defenders, run past defensive midfielders like they were not even there. Go watch this game. Yes, it's Coventry. I don't want to get all over this because, of course, it's the first game in this Coventry. We'll find out when we play Villa next week because it's a different kind of game. But with Martin Odegaard staying fit, for me, I think we have even a better chance of winning this league, if he stays fit. Him and Bukayo Saka. Look at his stats for Martin Odegaard. I mean, of course, we dominated this whole game. The whole game we dominated. For Martin Odegaard, this is the kind of game that gets him in his groove. Next game we play Aston Villa. They have to figure out a way how you stop Martin Odegaard, right? Because when he's playing like that, and then you have Bukayo Saka who's already fit, Declan Rice, not too much today, easy, chilling. Because guess what? He has Maestro Skelly next to him that's mopping everything. He's mopping everything in front of him. But again, we're going to have to find a way to break teams down. Last season, a lot of people were saying we're depending so much on set pieces because it is so hard to break teams down that sit behind the ball. You have 10 players pretty much just camping in their own 18-yard box. How do you break that down? So for me this year, the challenge was finding ways to break these teams down. And I think one of the ways we can really do that is by playing Ben White. If Ben White stays fit, right? If we keep him, he stays fit, I think, for me, the way he played with Bukayo Saka, the season we scored, almost 100 goals, it was Ben White and Bukayo Saka. Ben White was overlapping. Bukayo Saka comes in. The chances were coming, right? So we're creating all kinds of chances. So we have to keep Ben White. First of all, keep him. Make sure he stays fit. And then games like Coventry, games like Hull, games like Crystal Palace, these low-level games where teams just know that they're going to have to defend and they're going to be hard to break down. We bring in a defender like Ben White, him and Bukayo Saka. They will just run over you. And that's exactly what we did today. So this was a good game. The lineup was just same thing like I suggested. It was not going to be anything crazy. Nothing crazy, guys. We already know that it was going to be. One thing we're not expecting, though, I don't think anybody was expecting Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka to start this match because we thought they still needed a few weeks to take a break. But unfortunately, and fortunately too for us, they were in the game. They started. I'm sure it was surprising for a lot of people. All right, I saw Gabi Abronlowa preview about Arsenal, Bakayo Saka, and Declan Rice not playing for at least 5, 6 games. I don't know where he got that from. I think he was just winding us, like just trying to get on a nerve and things like that. But there's no way. We need Declan Rice. We need Bakayo Saka because we saw when Madueke comes in. When Madueke came in, he didn't give us nothing. He looked really really bad in this game. I don't know what he was doing, but Saka, we need him fit. We need Declan Rice fit. If this guy stays fit, I think it's gonna be easy, man. It's gonna be easy for most of this game. Ben White, Mosquera, which for me, Konza needs to get his walking shoes on because Mosquera is not going to be easy to take out of this team. This man is defending like his life depends on it. I mean, Awoni came in, and for you guys that don't know, Awoni is one of the most physical and difficult striker to deal with physically. And guess who was around him all the time? Mosquera. Awoni didn't have no chance. There was only one chance where Awoni just ran across him and Mosquera put his arm and gave that foul away. But Mosquera looks like somebody that is playing like his life depends on it. He's physical. He's aggressive. Him and Gabriel Magalhaes, I'm sorry. We are not going to miss Saliba. And of course, like I said, Konza coming in today, they announced him. He's going to have to play for his space. There's no way he comes in this team. There's no way he start next week ahead of Mosquera. It's not going to happen. He's going to be on the bench because the way Mosquera play, guys, it's scary. Strikers, man, he's pacey, he's physical. You have no chance. Him next to Magalhaes, Calafiori. We're going to have so many chances on our left side. Calafiori and Christopoulos on our left side, guys, they're going to create chances. He was making so many runs inside, outside, making it easy for the entire team to attack. We need him fit. He's also one of those players where you need him fit. We have not had a fully fit Calafiori for a while. So if we can have him fit, 100% fitness, I think he's going to be unplayable. Physically, he's quick. He can give you so many things. We saw his goal he scored last week too in the Community Shield. So he's gonna be really good too. So I just don't know how we're gonna be able to teams are gonna be able to stop this Arsenal team. Luis Kelly, Declan Rice, Saka, Odegaard, Zolis, Harvard. Gyökeres didn't even have a game with Harvard. Gyökeres didn't have all these guys. It's gonna be peak for most teams. You're just not gonna have no chance. 65% possession. But man, there's just no way around it. For most teams, like I said, this team look really, really good. We have World Cup winners on the bench. World Cup winners on the bench. Think about that. Martinelli was not even in the squad today. Gabriel Jesus not in the squad. Max Dahmer not in the squad. We have Zubemendi, Mikel Merino coming off the bench. Nkapie coming off the bench. It's scary stuff, man. I mean, like every weekend we have players that can start for any other team in the league, but for us, they're on the bench. Zubemendi will play in many, many teams. Zubemendi can even start in that Man City team currently. The way they're looking, you can play Zubemendi in there. You can play Zubemendi in that United team, in that Chelsea team. In every team, these guys play. But with Arsenal, they're on the bench. When Konza comes next week, I don't know where he's going to play. He's going to be on the bench. Guys, it's peak. That team has some real competition. When Bruno Gomes comes, he's going to have to fight for his space too because the way Maestro Skelly is looking, guys, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Next weekend we beat Villa. I'm just talking about the nearly wins. We can take nearly wins, but you go and you beat Villa. We're gonna go away under the lights Monday. We're gonna go play them on Monday. You go in there, you win 2-3-0. Guys, you put that fear in every team now. It's crazy stuff. Crazy. This lineup, some of these guys that were missing today, like I said, it's unbelievable. It's in Wanyeri, not even playing. On the bench today, no chance. Like I said, guys, I'm so happy about the win. Every team is going to go through this. Mikel Arteta is having, chilling. He's so relaxed. Watching Mikel Arteta on the sideline, like honestly, at this point, you can tell that the pressure is off. I know it's been a lot of pressure, not just on Mikel Arteta, but for all of us, all Arsenal fans, stress, man. We have not been sleeping. We were not sleeping. Finally did 22 years or so, and when we finally did it this past season, it has taken off so many stress. Now we can watch the game, not having to worry about banter. 22, 23 years, not winning it. The Netflix team next season, and all that kind of stuff, right? 22 years, bottlers. They're calling us bottlers. Now we are the example. Now we are the team. Every team in the country, if not Europe, wants to copy, wants to look like. Look at our team. Look at our backline. I mean, I'm talking about it's scary stuff. We're not going to concede too many goals. Teams don't know how to score against us, let alone they don't even know how to create chance, let alone score. Right? So we are the example now. We used to be the laughing stock. That has changed. And for me, Mikel Arteta has done a magnificent job. Excellent job. There's not too many coaches now on his level, unfortunately. In the Premier League, there's nobody better than him in the Premier League. Yes, you have good coaches, but he's got to be up there. He's the best coach in the country right now for me. The levels, guys. I am so happy, guys. First win. Hopefully, we follow this up with next week. With the next game against Villa, of course, it's going to be a different game. Different team, different atmosphere, different location. But hopefully, the result stays the same. Every team is going to be looking at us now. We wait what the results are going to look like. Tomorrow, there's going to be a lot of wins. There's a bunch of teams that are obviously going to win. But as the weekend goes, we'll see how everything starts shaping up after 4 or 5 weeks, right? So, guys, again, thanks for watching the video. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video as well. Let me know down in the comment. Well, what's your thought about the game? What's your thought about Mikel Arteta? The lineup, the players he's bringing in, world-class level players. Competition is at its peak at Arsenal. I've never seen this kind of competition, at Arsenal in my entire life since I've been watching Arsenal. But every position, guys, you don't pass the ball right, you're on the bench. Okay, you make stupid mistakes, you're on the bench. Gabriel and Gabriel and Mosquera didn't even look like they were gonna make no mistakes today. Zero chances, bro. Zero chances, dude. You're not getting a kick. You're getting a kick, but it might be just a goal kick. That's pretty much it. Or you're crossing the ball in, but you're not getting nothing. Like it's peak. I am so happy about this, guys. Yeah, but that's the game today. That's just a quick reaction. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Like and subscribe. Bye.